What's good? It's Boy Dude Reviews, and I just watched a new film, just been released in the cinema, and let's talk about it. And it's Jojo Rabbit, and it is a 2019 American comedy drama film written and directed by the one and only Taika Waititi, based on Christian Lerune's book Cajun Skies. Roman Griffin Davis portrays the title character Johannes Jojo Beletzer, a Hitler Youth member who finds out his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their attic. He must then question his beliefs while dealing with the intervention of his imaginary friend, a fanciful version of Adolf Hitler. The film also stars Rebel Wilson, Stephen Merchant, Alfie Allen, Sam Wilson, and Scarlett Johansson. And yeah, the film had its world premiere at the 44th Toronto International Film Festival on September 8th, 2019, where it won the top prize, the Grosslech People's Choice Award. Jojo Rabbit was then theatrically released in the US on October 18th, 2019, and in New Zealand on October 24th, 2019. So, us in the UK, we got it pretty damn late, you know. It drew mostly praise, especially for the performances of their main characters, but also some criticisms for its comedic portrayal of Nazis. And the film was chosen by the National Board of Review and the American Film Institute as one of the 10 best films of the year. And the 92nd Academy Award, the film received 6 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Supporting Actress from Scarlett Johansson, and Best Adapted Screenplay. At the 77th Golden Globe Awards, the film was nominated for the Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, and Best Actor, Musical or Comedy for Roman Griffin Davis as the dude Jojo. And yeah, let's talk about like how I feel about this film. And there's a lot of good in this film because, okay, before I got into this film, I wasn't really expecting much. I saw like people on about talking about it online and being like, Jojo Rabbit is getting all these Oscar nods, and I'm just like, film. I saw what it was. I saw the poster and it looked like a comedy film about Hitler, and I was like, oh no, it's. I wasn't digging that because I'm not a comedy man, you know. I don't really like watching full-on comedy films, especially modern comedy films. I feel like modern comedy is just kind of like just not for me, you know. I mean, there are some exceptions, you know, like The Big Sick, which I thought was a really great film, a really great comedy. But in all honesty, like, comedy just doesn't do it for me, you know, especially modern comedy. I do tend to watch older comedy films because I feel like the comedic timing and just, you know, it was a lot better, and it wasn't always full on comedy, you know. The comedy kind of revolved around the plot and it wasn't the main focus of the film. But with this one, I feel like it's very like subtle and it works really well, you know. And like it's this like I kind of like I like Jojo as a character. Like this kid, he's just been brainwashed by, you know, the German soldiers and all the Nazis and Hitler himself to just be this like Nazi and just hate all Jews. And like you can just really see like he feels like he has to prove himself to everyone so that he's gonna be like the best Nazi ever. And then, you know, like he meets this girl and she's Jewish, and yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting, you know, like relationship, you know, like how he has been brainwashed so much that he thinks that, you know, like I feel like kids in that time period probably thought that as well about Jews, you know, like how evil, like, you know, the Nazis were, and like how they brainwashed people just to believe all these terrible things about Jews. And I like the chemistry between the girl and Jojo. I really feel like they work off one another, and the girl, you just, the actress, Tomlinson Mackenzie, like she did a really good job portraying this kid, like this lost Jewish girl, and I just really liked it. I also like Jojo and his mother's like relationship as well. Like the mother, who's played by Scarlett Johansson, this is probably one of her funniest roles ever. Like she is really funny sometimes, and she's obviously Scarlett Johansson's always gonna be badass, but man, she's really badass and funny in this film. I really do like her, and she does a really good accent. Like, I really liked her portrayal and her performance. She has this kind of finesse. There's this finesse to her which I really liked. But I feel like the main starring role has to be Taika Waititi as the Jojo's kind of like fantasy version of Hitler. Like, Jojo has been brought up believing that Hitler is this kind of like, you know, hero, and like this kind of like lovable hero, and like the way he fantasizes him is just, Taika Waititi portrays this really goofy, cartoony, clownish Hitler. But then there are times when, you know, when Jojo's kind of like debating and like kind of like questioning whether the Jews are really evil or not. Like, he can really get like kind of scary and like evil, but it's evil in a funny way, which is very hard to do in my opinion, you know, like being evil and intimidating, but yet being funny and entertaining to watch. Like, Taika Waititi really nails that on the head, like in that performance, in my opinion, you know. Like there's a lot of comedy gags in this film, and some of them don't work, but most of them really do, and it really does kind of like revolve around the plot and the story, and it really does, you know, get into it. But as well as being a comedy, there's a lot of very dramatic moments and elements, you know. There's a lot of surprise kind of turns where certain characters, where they lead up, but you kind of see it coming, you know. But when it happens, it's really sad, and it can get damn emotional, you know. I mean, really damn emotional. Like, man, oh man, you know, it really hits hard, you know. It really did hit hard, and yeah, like this film was just kind of a stellar movie. For a film shot on 16:9, it sure did feel large, you know. Like, I feel like it would have worked better in the wider ratio, like the 21:9 ratio. I really feel like we would have I think we would have got more out of it, you know. But 16:9 worked, you know. I wasn't really kind of like, you know, much about it. I didn't really have any gripe with this film, to be honest with you. My only issue is that I feel like it's a 12A film. I feel like maybe this film should have been rated a little higher in a way. There are some jokes that are really like pushing that R rating in my opinion, you know. There's a lot of like kind of like comedic discrimination, and it's a lot of uncomfortable scenes, you know, and I feel like should this really be rated 12 PG-13, you know? So that's kind of my only gripe in my opinion, you know. Also, the projector in our cinema, it didn't really display the full picture, because when I was watching it, when you look down on the bottom of the screen, you can kind of see the picture kind of like moving like on the curtain. So I don't think the projector was straight enough, you know. Well, that's just like a little issue. Overall, this film was a surprisingly entertaining film. Like, I highly recommend you guys to watch it. If you're to watch any movie this week, Jojo Rabbit is the one to watch, and I might go see it again. I feel like if I watch it again with like kind of like, you know, a second view, and I might appreciate it even more. And for that, Jojo Rabbit for me definitely gets an 8 out of 10, and it definitely gets a A-. It was a very interesting watch, you know. I really did like it. I also love Jojo's little best friend, dude, the guy with the glasses. You know, he has a lot of funny moments and gags, and there's this one scene with a rocket launcher. I'm not gonna say more about that, but it will leave you cracking up, my dudes and dudettes. But thank you for watching this review. Please like and share this video and comment down below. And tell me, what's your favourite flick of this week so far? With that said, thank you for watching, and as always, Boarded Reviews signing out.